What up, suckers? Did you know that since we were infants, you have been doing things in a certain way because of a belief system that you have fallen in love with? You protect that system even in favor of the truth. So you've been doing things a certain way since you were an infant because of a belief system you've fallen in love with, and you'll protect that belief system even in favor of the truth. So even in favor of the truth, you protect the belief system, which makes you do things in a certain way. Just automatically, you do things a certain way, and the stem of it is a belief system that somebody's gave you, you've fallen in love with, and you pick that in favor of the truth. And that's kind of why, like, some of us, and like for anybody who's been in a relationship where you actually live together, a real relationship where you get to see the reflection of your own attitude in another individual that you live with, because you cannot filter your attitude. When you're dating and you don't live together, you can filter everything, especially, and you can filter your attitude almost most of the time, almost all the time. But when you live together, you cannot filter your attitude towards yourself and towards life and towards problems that arise and occur without a moment of privacy, because you live with somebody. So they see the raw you. And so you'll see that other person has belief systems. They do things a certain way without even thinking about it. They do it a certain way because of something that they inherited from their parents. And some people are willing to choose that over the truth, that belief system over the truth, and to change the way they do certain things. And all of us have that. That is something that you shouldn't even judge, especially if you're thinking of something now. You shouldn't judge yourself for that. We all have those things. That's the part that's being human. But the part where you are like kind of like a celestial being, or you have a spirit, or God does exist, that part of you is the conscious you. And this is just in my opinion. It's the you that you are aware of. So you might not be aware that you put your right shoe on 95% of the time first. You might not be aware that you tend to leave lights on in the house. You might not be aware that you always shutter all the blinds and all the curtains and you don't even think about it. It's just that you do those things automatically based on a belief system you inherited, and it's whether or not you will protect that belief system. And some people, it's tradition, they'll accept that belief system over the truth up until death. That would be the mass majority of people, just because it's tradition. You know, why does mom cut the left leg bone shorter on the turkey before she puts it in the oven? You know, you ask her, well, I don't know, it's because Aunt Cindy does it. Hey, Aunt Cindy, why did you cut the left leg shorter? Oh, because the pan was too small. But people keep doing it and doing it and doing it just because, like the word paternity or pattern, it's just been a pattern that's kept going, you know? So I feel like that's a good idea to afford. Once again, like that quote unquote was John Canary in some Think and Grow Rich. No, Think and Grow Rich, Born Rich by Bob Proctor. And this was like a VHS somebody put on YouTube. It looks like it's from like the 80s or the 90s or something. But the information still rings true today, especially to me. You kind of get it from me, but it's I also attribute my own thoughts and ideas towards it, so that I can speak on things. When you go through life, you have these things called experiences, and you can think on them. You know, if you look at the way that I look, I'm physically in pretty decent shape. Most people would say I'm fit. I don't really consider it that. It's more of a health thing. I broke my back when I was 19. It caused major problems for me. I didn't think that I would walk again, but my reality reflects my attitude, because I still remember when I said, if I ever walk again, I'm gonna run. So that's in fact what I did, and that's what I'm still doing today. And my attitude has not changed in the fact that you just meet life head on with your problems and solve them and be open to being wrong. Alright, deuce.